Every year on my husband's birthday, my mother in law tells me the same story. A story from 8th of August 1988. A story I was never there to witness, yet somehow it feels like I was. So this year, instead of buying him a gift, I wanted to share the story of that moment that I believe quietly shaped the man he would become. Once upon a time, in a tiny village called Zehra, nested in the mountains of Kulu, there stood a humble khud, a traditional Himachali cowshed. Simple, dark, and quiet, a place where people and animals lived as one family. That day, inside that little khud, there were two mothers. One was my mother in law, 9 months pregnant, the other, a gentle mountain cow, also carrying a new life within her. Neither knew that their stories were about to become one. That morning, my mother in law had gone to the village body, washing clothes just like any other day. She returned home, lit the chula, placed a pot of water over the fire, and before she could even step away, her water broke. Labor had begun. There wasn't time to go anywhere else. She was rushed to the family's khud, and someone immediately ran to call Chimni Wali Dadi, the village elder who had helped bring countless children into this world. But as everyone gathered, they noticed something extraordinary. The family's cow had also gone into labor. Two mothers under one roof, breathing through the same pain, waiting for the same miracle. And then, within moments of each other, a beautiful little boy was born, and beside him, a beautiful little calf entered this world too. For days afterwards, this became the talk of the little village. People couldn't stop speaking about the day when a mother and her cow gave birth together, under the same roof, just moments apart. Years passed. The calf grew, and so did that little boy. As a child, he would secretly save chapatis from his own meal just to feed the stray dogs around him, even though eating meat was completely normal in a Pahari household. But he never chose it. It simply wasn't in his heart. Before satisfying his own hunger, he somehow felt the need to make sure the animals around him weren't hungry first, almost as if their hunger was his own. Time moved on. The little boy grew into a man. He started earning, his life changed, but his heart never did. Even today, before eating his own meal, he still makes sure someone else has eaten first. Dogs, cats, cows, birds, monkeys, no matter where we live, no matter where we travel, he somehow finds them, or maybe they find him. If a hungry animal comes to our doorstep, he could never send it away. If one of our cats wanted to go outside in the middle of the night, he'll wake up without a complaint, again and again, because he has never believed that love means ownership. For him, love has always meant freedom. When we left the city to return home to these mountains, leaving behind our lives, there was one thing he refused to leave behind: our 9 cats. To him, abandoning them was never a question. Family comes home together. This is the man I proudly call my husband, and every single day I thank God for choosing him for me. Not only because he loves animals, but because he kept that same compassion alive in me. He reminded me that kindness isn't something we do when it's convenient. It's simply who we choose to be. Together, caring for animals has never felt like charity. It has always felt like we are quietly doing God's work. And every year, my mother in law tells this story again. The story of that khud, the story of two mothers, the story of a newborn boy and a newborn calf. A story I never witnessed with my own eyes, yet somehow it feels like I remember it. Because when I look at the man he has become, my heart always travels back to that one moment. Sometimes I wonder, maybe compassion isn't always taught. Maybe for a few rare souls, it is simply born with them. Maybe that little boy born beside a newborn calf in a humble Himachali khud carried that compassion into this world with his very first breath. And that is why I painted this moment, not only as a birthday gift for my husband, but also as a tribute to my mother in law, the only true witness of that extraordinary day. Because some moments don't just create memories, they quietly shape an entire lifetime. Happy birthday, my love. May you always remain the gentle little boy whose heart has never forgotten that every living being deserves love. And thank you for making the world a kinder place, one meal, one animal, and one act of compassion at a time. Bye bye, Nindi. I. Bye bye, Nindi. I. Bye bye,
India. Bye bye, India. Bye bye, India. Bye bye, Papa.